Welcome to the Gala of Deceit and Death. Can you solve the murder mystery? Within the grandeur of high society's elaborate celebrations, every smile masks a secret and every gesture carries weight. This night, a gathering marked by generosity morphs into a venue for a sinister demise. Carol Brighton, philanthropist and art patron, stands revered and envied, a figure whose grace belies the target on her back. Her world of benevolence is on the brink, teetering toward a precipice wrought by malice. The evening whispers deceit as a shadow creeps with silent urgency. A hushed confrontation unfolds, the murmured threats barely piercing the orchestral crescendo. Urgency laces the whispers exchanged atop the balcony. Threats veil the air, hinting at secrets too dangerous to keep, promises too menacing to break, truths that refuse to remain hidden. A struggle ensues, a brief scuffle lost to the night's festivities. A gasp, a scream muffled by laughter and music. Carol Brighton's life shatters like glass on the cold, unforgiving ground below. What seems an accident is anything but a murder disguised within a tragic fall. Welcome, detective. You've been assigned a new case by the Covert Detective Agency. At a majestic beachfront resort in Santa Barbara, California, a renowned philanthropist, Carol Brighton, has fallen to her death. Who was responsible for this act of madness? Was it a crime of passion, revenge, or something even more sinister? The answer lies waiting to be discovered. Your mission is to uncover the killer, the motive, and the 5 clues which will guide you to the truth. But beware, 2 red herrings have been scattered to mislead you. Stay sharp, detective, scrutinize the suspects, and uncover the truth behind the facade. All is not as it appears. Was it the jealous rival, the disgruntled employee, or perhaps someone even closer to Carol? Gather your wits and watch closely. Are you ready to solve the mystery of Carol Brighton's untimely demise? Under the guise of a warm sun, Detective Cameron Talbot arrives at the luxurious resort, a place shadowed by recent tragedy. Tasked by the Covert Detective Agency, Cameron's mission is clear: to unravel the tangled threads of Carol Brighton's untimely demise. With the resort's sprawling vistas as his backdrop, Cameron's gaze is one of calculation and intent. Today, the resort plays host not just to leisure, but to a memorial crafted to remember Carol, yet serving a dual purpose to gather her once close associates. As guests trickle in, clad in somber attires, the air thickens with unspoken words. Among them, Miranda Clark, the rival with envy in her eyes; Alex Renner, the employee whose loyalty wavered under financial strain; and John Hale, the donor whose secrets loomed large in Carol's final days. Within the sanctity of Carol's office, Cameron discovers a check, torn and discarded. The jagged edges speak of last-minute decisions, or perhaps last-minute regrets. Amidst the pretense of organizing a tribute, Cameron's eyes catch a flurry of emails. Threats veiled beneath courteous words, pointing to blackmail amidst benevolence. At the gala, a glass mirrors the one from that fateful night. The lipstick, a rare shade, stands out, distinct, unmistakable, but whose lips it adorned remains a question hanging in the air. Words carry on the breeze, a conversation overheard between staff, whispers of past financial troubles tied not to Carol, but to Alex, deepening the intrigue. The grainy glow of past evenings plays out on a screen. A figure lurks near the balcony, its identity obscured, its purpose sinister. Documents surface, revealing an insurance policy recently altered. A nephew now richer in the wake of tragedy. A clue perhaps, or a misleading piece of a larger puzzle. Rumors swirl, painting Carol in hues of scandal. An affair, so the whispers claim, adding layers of complexity to an already convoluted tale. As the sun dips below the horizon, Cameron gathers the suspects. A toast to Carol's memory serves as a facade for his final probe. Questions veiled as remembrances slip from his lips, each one designed to unravel the truth hidden beneath layers of deceit. With the pieces laid bare, Cameron stands on the brink of revelation. Has he sifted truth from deception, or do the shadows of doubt still linger? Detectives, by now you've seen the evidence, examined the crime scene, and heard from the suspects. But have you figured it out? Have you identified the 5 crucial clues? The 2 red herrings meant to mislead you? The true motive behind the murder? And most importantly, have you figured out who committed the murder? Or do you need help finding the most important clue, the one that reveals everything? We've written a special song about that tragic night, and if you listen carefully to the lyrics, you just might be able to solve the murder before the big reveal.
Whispers float through a gala night, under the moon's soft and silvery light. A torn check lies, its secrets spill in the office where time seems to stand still. Oh, listen close to the tale I tell, a night of charms where the darkness fell. A glass with a stain, a screen cuts through, clues in the shadow, but only a few are true. Emails hidden, words of threat, a donor's mask, deep in debt. A lipstick mark, a stylish hue, mirrors reflect, but the image skews. Caught on tape, a figure in haste, sabotaging with no time to waste. Insurance papers, rumors fly, affairs and whispers, but they all lie. Oh, listen close to the tale I tell, a night of charms where the darkness fell. A glass with a stain, a screen cuts through, clues in the shadow, but only a few are true. Oh, true. A confrontation, truth laid bare in the library. A desperate air, emails the key, unlocking the door to justice and truth, and so much more. So remember the night when the gala shone bright and a philanthropist fell out of sight. In a tale of deceit where the stakes were high, the emails revealed the reason why. A confrontation, truth laid bare in the library. A desperate air, emails the key, unlocking the door to justice and truth, and so much more. So remember the night when the gala shone bright and the philanthropist fell out of sight. In a tale of deceit where the stakes were high, the emails revealed the reason why. The reason why.
Detectives, have you solved the case? Do you know who the murderer is? If you are still figuring it out, go ahead and pause this video for 10 seconds to gather your thoughts and make your decision. Then, go ahead and resume the video to compare your results to those of Cameron Talbot. In the quiet of the resort's main hall, Detective Cameron Talbot pieces together the enigma of Carol Brighton's demise. The torn check, once discarded and overlooked, was the first thread. Pulling it unraveled a tale of financial desperation and deceit. It wasn't just a transaction, it was a payment stopped, a bribe refused. The threatening emails further painted the portrait of a benefactor, not benevolent, but blackmailing, revealing John Hale as not just a donor, but a manipulator in the shadows, threatened by Carol's integrity and determination to expose his embezzlement. The unique lipstick mark, initially a beacon of suspicion towards Miranda Clark, proved merely a distraction, a red herring that muddied the waters but cleared Miranda's name in the process. Similarly, the whispers of an illicit affair and a hastily updated insurance policy led down paths that twisted back upon themselves. paths laid with intent to mislead. But it was the security footage, that final undeniable piece, capturing a figure tampering with the balcony railing, that sealed the truth. The silhouette matched murder's stature and gait, a man driven not by charity, but by fear and greed. His plot to silence Carol forever unveiled by Cameron's relentless pursuit. Detective Cameron Talbot, his face a mask of resolve, stands across from John Hale, the once revered donor whose facade of philanthropy has crumbled. The air is charged with tension, the weight of unspoken truths hanging between them like a thick fog. Cameron begins, his voice steady and commanding, cutting through the silence with the precision of a seasoned detective. John, we both know this wasn't an accident. The evidence is irrefutable. Caught in the act of sabotage, tampering with the balcony railing. What was it? Fear? Greed? John Hale yells angrily, "She was going to ruin everything. The charity, my reputation. It was all at stake." Hale's confession spills forth, a torrent of desperation and guilt. As he speaks, his motives unravel. Fear of exposure drove him to the edge, pushing him to silence the one woman who dared to challenge his corruption. Cameron starts to approach the murderer. "Carol was going to expose your embezzlement, wasn't she? You chose silence over change, murder over repentance." Cameron closes the distance, his gaze locked on Hale, who now appears smaller, diminished. The detective's voice, though quiet, booms in the silence of the library. "Your fear of losing everything led you here, to this very moment. But it's over, John. You're under arrest for the murder of Carol Brighton." As Hale surrenders, the shadow of the crime lifting with his capitulation, Cameron calls in the authorities. Justice, though delayed, is not denied. Tonight the truth prevails, restoring peace to the troubled waters of deceit. Detective Cameron Talbot, a beacon of justice, leaves behind the echoes of a case closed, a murderer unmasked, and a legacy preserved. If you've been captivated by the twists and turns of this investigation and wish to see justice served, we invite you to join the Covert Detective Agency at thecovertdetectiveagency.com. Members gain exclusive access to the climatic confrontations, along with early access to all new videos posted on YouTube. Plus, you have more than 20 special member benefits. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel.